So last week, the biblical question was, what does intellect look like and what is its purpose? What does the intellect look like and what is its purpose? That's from last week. Good feedback from that, and I totally appreciate it. The thing I like about the biblical questions, I've said it over and over again, that it is encouraging, they are encouraging people to think for themselves. Not because I said it, some preacher said it, but because people decide to search and seek for themselves. And if you seek, you will find. But if you don't, you're just taking someone else at their word, and most of the time it's not true. It's amazing. So we finally talked on how the intellect must become inactive, and it must become dumb and deaf and dumb, because the intellect cannot understand the things of God. It has no common sense. It cannot understand that of ourselves we can do nothing, and of ourselves we know nothing. The intellect has the sense that it can see, that it's seeing, and is really not. Because the intellect is a phony idea of Satan. Satan trying to be God, right? It's all ego, and it's playing God, but it's not the real deal. And if you doubt me, look at all the intellectual people around the world and in our country. Everything is screwed up. They have no sense at all. It's the intellects who are suggesting that you take off boys' body parts and replace it with women's body parts, or girls' body part and girls' body part, and replace it with boys' body part. It's the intellect that tell you that your children has too much energy and they need medication to dumb them down, slow down their energy. And you fall for it. It's the intellect that tell you men are evil and women are good. It's the intellect that divide men from their families. So-called smart people are as dumb as a doorknob. But those who are not into learning like that, building their ego, they can see common sense. They return to the Father. And so I want to encourage you to do what you want, but you got to render the intellect dumb. Look how you send your children off to school. When they come back, you don't recognize them. The intellectuals have turned them against you, the parents, against the country, against everything that's right. The intellect tell you that take down the statues of the men who founded and created the greatest country on this side of heaven and replace it with a unemployed drug addict with a criminal record like George Floyd. That's the intellect. That's evil. It is evil, pure evil. There's this dumb black girl, I believe she's a part of the Olympic, and they were playing the national anthem, and this dumb black girl turned her back on the national anthem. Some stupid girl by the name of Gwen Berry. That's the intellect. she's evil and she should not be a part of the Olympic, and she should not be a part of anything in our country. If she hates America that much, why is she getting involved in it? And now they want to just destroy America with these dumb ideas of black stuff, and the people allowing them to do it. They're allowing them to do it. May God have mercy on America. So you got to render the intellect dumb because it knows nothing. It has nothing. It's against God. It's against good. And it's all around you. You just have to open up your eyes and see it. It's everywhere. It's even in the churches. The people who are teaching you the Bible, and all they're doing is feeding your intellect, the knowledge of good, but it does nothing for the soul. It dumbs down and keep you away from God, making you think that you know God because you know the Bible. And your lives are still screwed up, no peace, no love, no anything. It's really amazing to see that. America was a much better place when we did not have the intellectuals running it. It was paradise on earth. And the more we let them take over, the worse things are getting. Taking down the American flag, putting up the homosexual flag, all kind of crazy things are happening. All types of crazy things are happening in my country due to the intellect. The intellect is evil. It's not of God, and it's not smart. We have pictures of this dumb black girl turning her back on the national anthem, on the flag, on the men who sacrificed. Look at this dumb girl with the fist. That is nasty. That's an evil black girl, Granberry. Why is she a part? Go back to Africa if she's that unhappy. Why don't these people go back to where they came from rather than trying to tear down something that's good? Oh, I forgot. That's what the blacks do. They don't build, they destroy. And she looked awful. Unkempt hair, didn't comb her head. That thing should not be a part of our participating in American sports. Amazing. The Daily Mail is reporting that Olympic hammer thrower Granberry says she was set up when she was made to stand for the U.S. anthem. She says the anthem has never meant anything to her, to me. It meant her. She says me, but she talks about herself. Then why be a part of the sports? Why not steal your dumb black stuff into whatever you're doing in the ghettos? Why mess up America? I wish white people were brave enough to keep these people out of their sports. If they hate America, why be a part of it? Nobody want them doing this in sport. Now everybody got to stop watching sports because the blacks are destroying that. The military, they're destroying that. Everything they put their hands on turned to dust, turned to ghetto. I can't think of one thing that majority of blacks are involved in and it's good. Not one thing. And the people are quiet about it. So anyway, that's all ego. That's of Satan.